This is still happening even with those who are in married relationships, have hidden habits. Okay. So it's important as an individual, as you're growing, as you're maturing, as you're learning, to try to build confidence about telling some things about some habits that you have, or try to fix those habits that you have. You don't necessarily have to tell a person everything about you. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is these type of habits are things that cause harm within a relationship. Okay? So this is not about exposing your secrets or something you did years ago and you don't want anybody to know, or something that took place in your life. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a habit that you have that causes harm within a relationship, like i.e. finances. You know, love and money, sex and money is the biggest, one of our biggest problems. And I'm going to have a talk. I'm going to do a talk on that. Of course, you guys know I keep talking about that, but that's one we got to keep talking about, sex and money. We got to talk about that because and I just did a talk on it, remember, about why men engage more in giving the money to receive the sex, and why women seek the individual for the money. Okay. And it's vice versa. Now don't fall into the one side. It's vice versa. Because sometimes whatever a man do is sometimes whatever a woman do. Understand that. It's just that when I'm talking to you guys, I may talk to you as though it's about, per se, the man. But understand some of those things can happen with a woman. Okay? So don't think it's just one-sided. All right? All right. So let's go into some of the other things that I feel like may be a habit that you hide, that I didn't go over, and I'm only going to do a few of them, not too many, and then I'll go into some of the Q&As that you all sent me out to talk about, or ask me the question that you didn't want somebody else to see your question. How about that? Remember, guys, to join my fan club now. It is set up, and I'm slow. I'm a little slow. And I didn't set up my membership where you guys can come on and talk to me about your undying conversation that may be about hidden sex habits. That is what my membership page is for. So I was slow, didn't get it together. I will have it. Just hold on, hold your britches. I'm doing it by myself. But I'm gonna get it done. I promise you. Honey, what's that? Does it say honey? Sugar honey? Oh, that's cute. I just figured it out. That was a good spelling. Guys, y'all should see that. She's saying sugar honey and it's spelled, you know. I got it. So, okay, so let's go. I'm going to give you the other ones that I was saying are some hidden habits that you guys really, really, really need to think about. One is faking confidence. Faking confidence. And sometimes just faking being an independent person, right? So let's say you feel like you have it all together. That's one of our biggest things that we do. Some of us sometimes put out that we're also together just so that we can be loved by someone or somebody's. You got me? And so you fake being confident, fake being got it going on and independent. And my thing is, this is your life. You don't have to convince someone to love you. You want someone that truly loves you for where you're going and where you are at the moment. You sometimes need support. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with letting someone know what's going on. You never know who they know, and you never know how they can help you. So have a little space for vulnerability and be able to open yourself. And I think sometimes we struggle with that, especially when we seek a new partner to be the real us. And that's why sometimes your relationship struggles, because you weren't you. You were being someone else. And that's going to be a problem down the road with a relationship, guys. So really, really try to be Be where you are and be just confident about who you are now and where you are. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to go through things. You have to know that when you're down here, you can't go nowhere but up here. See, struggle is just a moment. And struggle is just where you put yourself for the moment. You can always change the outcome. Got me? It's all about what you're going to do to change it. See, when you sit down and don't take action, then life continues to be here. So anybody can change the outcome if you do something about it. You got me? It's many ways to change our lives. There's many ways to, even just when you say you have a lack of resources, of income, of money, you know, what your mind think is what you're going to be. So you have to change your mindset. If you believe you broke, you broke. You got to change what you believe. And see, and that's what, when you're faking something to get somebody to like you or love you, you see, that's what you're doing within other things within your life. And this is why you're having those challenges. So just rethink how you approach self. Because once you realize, hey, this is just a moment, and it doesn't matter. But you know what I talked about on one of my talks before? If you're in that place that you can't be upfront with somebody, then you're not ready to be what? In a relationship. So it's just best to wait for that person. You got me? So I hope that, and that is what my membership is about. I want to help a lot of you understand about the patience of love and the patience of wanting or seeking to be with someone. We all get into a place of, I'm just lonely. I'm tired of being by myself. I want to be with someone more often. I want to go out with this mate. I want to sit and have dinner. I want to walk the park. We those who lack it, think about it all the time, And those who have it, which is sad, don't appreciate it. So we all keep dealing with these various challenges, okay? But the thing is, allow the time and the space to fix it, to change it, okay? The other one, you have a habit of avoiding saying what you want to say. So in other words, you ever had people that avoid conflict so they stay quiet? They just don't say anything, and they let it build up, and then they want to snap. That's the worst thing you do. See, when you bring something back up that happened 2 weeks ago or a month ago, that's gone. I don't remember what happened that day or that night. You can't bring up something that happened a month ago. I don't even remember what happened yesterday. Shit. Don't ask me nothing. You better ask me soon as if it's going on and you got a problem right now, you're gonna have to front me now. We're gonna have to talk about this now. And some of you do that because you fear starting an argument, or you think it's gonna be an argument, and so you just don't want to talk about it because in your mind it's just too much. Here's my thing about conflicts. Nobody's perfect. We got that, right? Everybody understand that. Sometimes we're going to do things that other people don't like, right? That's going to happen. And sometimes those things we sometimes don't know how to express, which causes what? A conflict, okay? Here's the thing. When we make decisions to do what we do, right? And we're talking about self. Let's talk about self right now. When you make a decision to do something or have already done something, right? When someone approaches you about a decision that has been made or already been made, why are you all arguing about it? See, you can't change a situation that has already passed, right? So what are you arguing about? Okay, so let's talk about the one, like, let's say, for instance, and I'm not trying to get on my women, but this happens often, right? So as you saw the story with the young lady, that you know who you guys I'm talking about, the young runner. Is it Shakari or somebody? Yeah, Richardson, I think that's it. So she's having a conflict with her boyfriend in the airport. Now, you and I really don't know what happened. So let's just hypothetically try to figure out what happened. So supposedly the blogs want to say she was upset because he was texting someone else, right? Now, here's my thing. Why do you care? Why do you care if you're with that someone at that moment? Why are you concerned about who they're texting? See, that is just a waste. That's a waste of your energy, your time, and your mindset, because you're bringing up causing a conflict on the basis of something that doesn't matter. And okay, so some of you will say, well, it does matter because he's disrespecting me. So but why do you care? See, that has a lot to do with confidence in self. If you know that you're confident within a relationship and that person cares and loves you and want to be in the relationship with you, that you wouldn't have to be concerned about who they're texting, because whatever they're texting doesn't matter. But if they don't love you and to respect you the way that they should, and you know this, why do you stay? You see where I'm going? It's just a lot of times we create things that are not necessary. Just real talk. I mean, I'm not saying, and I have to look back at this and I have to think, have I been in conflicts with previous relationships? And when I think about it, it's usually that person being insecure with me. Because I had to think, now, have I really did that? I don't remember. Because most of the time, when conflict comes from me, I've already did whatever I've done. I've already done. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about something I've already done. I'm not going to do that, because I can't change it, and I'm not going to change it, because whatever I did, I wanted to do. Do you understand? So this is why I believe when you're single, you're single. Got me? So when you're married, we need to have a discussion, because why is this taking place anyway? Something has changed within the relationship. Okay? So my thing, to overcome something like that, you've got to learn to express your concern without conflict. And I know it seems like that's something you can't do, but you can. Here's my thing. You ask a question, and if that person say, oh, that's just my cousin, and I was just responding back, you either believe them or you don't. And if you don't believe them, then you need to move on. If you believe them, move on. You understand? The conflict is unnecessary. We out here trying to be happy, live a long life, get rid of stress, and be at peace. All this, feeling resented and feeling some kind of way is not necessary. It's just let's move on. But you've got to, don't hold it in either. If something bothers you, ask a question. And that's a hidden habit that most people have. You hold it in and don't confront whatever you have going on. But don't make it a conflict. You know what I'm saying? Just ask the question. If you can get the truth, get it. If you don't, move on. Okay? The other thing is that you need constant reassurance from your mate. And so it is as though you don't, but you do. You think that you're not doing it, but you are doing it because of fear, and because and then you don't want to be seen as clingy, but you are. You're needy and you're clingy. You got me? And you need constant reassurance for this mate to let you know what they think about you and how they feel and do you love me? And, you know, that's a very bad habit. And you think it's not a habit. You just think it's your being loving. And it's not that kind of loving. It's almost a form of insecurity. It's almost like I need to make sure this person is with me and no one else. So my thing is that something happened in your past that has something to do with the fear of abandonment. So you might want to think about, is that something that I've dealt with? Because, you know, being reassured, is there something that happened in my past? You got me? And then just try to, you know, when it comes about, be still and just take a moment before you begin to take that action. Okay? The other one is, y'all might talk about me on this. Some of you all have mental health struggles. Lord, I ain't want to go here. But I'm going to have to go here. I'm not saying everybody cuckoo and crazy, but we got a lot of cuckoo crazy people out here. Baby, you all have got to get some help, okay? And it's okay. And this is why I want to do my membership, because I think sometimes we deal with a lot of depression and anxiety, insecurities, and it could carry to some very toxic situation if you don't deal with it. You got me? And that's a form of mental health struggles. And I know you all think it's not. Baby, it is. We need to talk to somebody sometime when we're experiencing pain or lack or loneliness or emptiness. We need to talk to someone. And this is why I like talking at night. I love and I appreciate those who are here watching me tonight. And I hope that you all would, you know, ask me questions to help you through something. And this is why I want to do my membership, so that you can, you know, when I'm on every day when I do the membership. I'm only going to, like I do here, I'm only Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But my membership, you get to, you know, talk to me and ask questions every day. You got me? So my thing is, we honestly have to be honest about how we feel where we are within ourselves and within relationships. Because a lot of us hide our mental health problems. And this is, and it's not good, because it's okay for somebody to think you dealing with something. I think what happens is a lot of us have this thing that I have to be this type of person so that this person will love and like me. And so we come off as though we're good. And a lot of times we're not. We're all going to go through something. It's just like I always tell some of my students, you are going to have trials and tribulations. No, it's not going to be perfect. Even those with money have issues. Don't think that you won't go through it. You're going to go through it. Everybody goes through the storm. It's what you do when you're in the storm and what you know when you're in a storm. Because when you're in a storm, baby, like I said, when you're in a storm, you down here. You can't go nowhere but up here. And I talk about it all the time. When you feeling low, just watch something happy. That's why I say you have to watch something that makes you laugh. That's why I always say all the time, it's got to be about peace and joy. If you have somebody in your life, baby, that's keeping drama up, you got to let them go. You've got to keep peace. And if that peace is around, not around, you got to remove that person. But if you're in a situation feeling down, anxiety, depression, loneliness, sad, I tell my clients and my students, y'all need to watch Cat Williams. There's a couple of other comedians I can talk about, but I know Cat is someone that's going to say what he really wants you to know on his mind. And I always say, and I'm telling you this now, guys, go watch Cat Williams Pimpin'. Yes, James. Exactly. Peace. Okay? Go watch Cat Williams Pimpin'. I'm telling you guys. And it's so funny because all on the streaming and everything, it's hard to find Pimpin'. Because Pimpin' was a bad one. I'm telling you, that one was on point. That one was, he was telling you a lot. Guys, if you can find Cat Williams Pimpin', please get it, watch it, download it. Anytime you are dealing with any depression, anxiety, loneliness, confusion, conflict, sit back, step back, pop that or turn that on and watch Cat Williams Pimpin'. I promise you, whatever you have experienced and whatever you have been going through, it will change the way you think. It will change the way you see things. It will change the way you go about life going forward. I promise you. So if anybody's listening to me that need any help right now, please go watch that. And if you need additional help, seek therapy, because we do need it sometimes. Because we go through loss, grief, financial issues, divorces. So we all have those various things that happen. One of them happened in your life, and that is definitely loss. Okay. So, there's more. We'll talk some more about some other things that I could go on and on. As you know, I talked to you, before about other things that, causes you to have issues in that, like I said, your past trauma, past relationship issues. And a lot of time you're comparing yourself to another person. And that is mental, just not good. You got what I'm saying? Don't compare yourself. So it's a lot of things that we're going to keep talking about that I can help you with on that. I wanted to give you some of the things. There's many more habits that we have that we don't really talk about that much. But I want to go into a few questions. Hey, CC. Hey, Jazzy Love, that some of you sent me. So I'm going to try to answer these questions. I'm not going to do too many because I got quite a bit. But I'm going to try to answer a few and not hold you all on this. So let me see. I'm going to answer the question that I wrote that was sent to me. If you guys have questions on here now that you want to talk about, put it there and I'll come back and look at it. So let me do one of these questions here. This said, is it wrong to still talk to my ex if it brings me comfort? Is it wrong to still talk to my ex if it brings me comfort? Okay, so here's the thing. And I think I talked about that being a habit, which was, I talked about you have a habit of getting in relationships. When the relationship is over, you stay connected. And that's one of the person who's asking this question. It's not that it's wrong. It's nothing wrong if you and that person is not in another relationship. And it's just that you and that person just wouldn't work, right? Then it's okay to continue the connection and the conversation. It's just that you all can't be in a relationship, right? Intimate type of connection. Now, if you're saying that you just need to talk to him every now and then, I don't know what the comfort is. Is the comfort intimacy or is the comfort just conversation? So you're kind of vague on that on me. So I'll give you the answer as to what I think it may be. So let's say it's about sex. It's not that it's wrong, but you're wasting time. So if the relationship didn't work out and that person is an ex, why are you still giving them a piece of your time, a piece of your body? Why didn't you just stay in a relationship? You know, if it's about just talking, then that's different. Sometimes you don't have friends or people or others that you can have conversation with about your life or a situation, and you feel comfortable talking to your ex. Then that's okay. Now, here's a problem that I think happened, and it happened to me one time. So sometimes people think that when you continue to talk to an ex, that you're giving that person a part of your emotions if you're in a new relationship. It depends on how often you're talking to that person. Now, if I'm in a relationship with someone new and I want to get to know the new person, why would my ex comfort me and not the new person? It's not that it's wrong, it's that you're wasting time. You're allowing a piece of your time and your mindset to be given to someone else that you no longer see to be in a relationship. So I hope the person is watching this understand where I'm going with this, because you were a little vague on it, but I'm trying to give answers in different ways. Okay. It's just that you're going to do it anyway if you don't have anyone else to talk to. Most people do that. But I will say, if it's over, it should be over. I mean, now some people, I'll say this. The reason we stay involved with our ex, is it an ex-husband or is it an ex-boyfriend? Is it ex-wife or is it ex-girlfriend? You understand? Sometimes you're going to stay in a conversation and that's the other thing, you was vague on that part. I don't know if this is an ex-husband or you're talking about an ex, it's a difference if you were married or single. You understand? So let me answer that question on the married side. If you're married and you now divorced and you're better as friends and you have children, then you probably will have conversation and that person may bring you comfort. But if you're in another relationship, why are you still entertaining the conversation? Are you with me? Something else is missing. Something else you're not telling me. Okay. And I talk about that. Sometimes when you guys ask me questions, you're missing something. And for me to give you more, you got to be a little more. I need to get more of that out of you. And this is why I do my one-on-one relationship talks, and, people get help, because it's additional questions to that. You got what I'm saying? I have to ask more questions, but I'm going to give you some answers to those who can, probably need it. Okay. Now I'm going to do another one. How do I share my sexual needs without being judged? How do I share? I'm saying I'm talking to my fans watching me. You can give me your opinion as well. Hey James, thank you for your opinion. What you say, but it doesn't stop from the person from finding comfort in another person they may be interested in. True. So how do I share my sexual needs without being judged? Again, I get you being vague, because sometimes you guys don't want to tell everything, but I'm going to answer it on the basis of what I believe you're asking me. Okay. So how do I share my sexual needs without being judged? So if you follow me and go back and watch one of my talks, I talked about fetishes. Okay. Sharing your desires with someone that you hopefully want to have a long-term relationship with matters. You should want to express your needs with that person. Now, if this person judges you, then that's pretty much not your mate. Because here's my thing. And I know some people say, but maybe they're only judging at the moment. No. You can't judge somebody. If you judge somebody on the basis of what they did yesterday, again, let's talk about that. If you judge somebody based on yesterday, they can't change what they did yesterday. So why are you making it a big deal? Why are you talking about it? If I'm not the way that is now, and I am treating you the way that you should be treated, what did my yesterday have to do with now? I only told you about an experience from yesterday. So why are you judging me from something that happened years ago? Are you with me? Now, the sexual need is very important to tell a mate if you want them to be what? Fulfilled. Now, if you want that person to fulfill your needs, it's very important to tell a person what your desires are and what you like. Why aren't you? If that's who you want to fulfill it. So, yes, you should share. And the way you share it is that when you go out, or maybe when you all come back from dinner, or when you're just sitting there relaxing, you sit there and have a conversation. Y'all miss this. Have a conversation before you get into the act of sex or entertain intimacy. Why, Love Doctor? Because if you desire to have fellatio and that person does not, what's happening? You're gonna have an issue down the road because you're thinking you're gonna change that person's mind. No, you're not. If they say I don't like it, that's not gonna happen. If you're a person that's a swinger and you tell this person, well, I like to swing, and they say, well, no, I'm not into that. I'm not interested in that. I guess if that's what you like, I'm happy for you, but I'm not interested in that. You got to move on. That person's not going to change. You all think, well, if I take them with me and go show them what it's like, they'll change their mind. No. This is why you talk about and have a conversation about your sexual needs and your desires and your likes and your dislikes. So, yes, share it. If they judge you, leave them alone and move on. If they say, oh, I understand, and tell you what they like and don't like, then you all have something to work out. Because I'm not saying the person won't become a swinger. But if the person said they're not interested in being a swinger, then that's not going to work. But if they said, no, yeah, I love to swing, let's try it. I always thought about that. There we go. So I hope that helped you out with your question. I'm going to do one more, guys, and then I'm going to let you go. Hey, William Grady, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, what did you say? Fish, what? But it doesn't stop me from the person from finding comfort. Oh, okay. Oh, you was on the other one saying that to me. Okay. All right. So let's answer one more question because I'm not going to hold you guys too long. Let's see. Gosh, which one do I want to do? How do I all right, so this one I guess mostly happened to everybody, so I'll try to. This one may be a good one. All right, so how do I admit I've been checking my partner's phone without causing a breakup? Well, being that I've never done that because I don't give a jackass. Again, guys, fix that in being insecure. Fix that insecurity now. Fix that feeling some kind of way and a lack. Fix it, okay? How do I admit? Now, personally, being a person that haven't done it, one, I'm trying to figure out why you want to admit it. Because if they don't know about it, why are you mentioning it? So that's the answer I can give you. I'm trying my best to help you on this one. I'm not trying. Sometimes I ain't gonna give you what you like, but personally, let it go. I mean, why do you want to admit it? What's the reason you want them to know? See, those are the kind of things I would ask you. Why do you want the person to know? Because do you think that there's something you need to expose? That's why you want to mention it. Me personally, or to help others with this, I would say no. Right? Somebody tell me their thought. Hey, sexy lady. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Timmy. If you guys got an opinion, tell me what you think. Personally, I would not admit to checking my partner's phone. Now, will it cause a breakup? I don't think so. I think if a person stops seeing you on the fact that you violated their phone, then it's some other stuff that was involved. I might be mad at you for a day or two, but I'm not gonna break up with you because you checked my phone. Do you understand? So I hope that's a good answer for you. Okay. So I said I wasn't gonna do one, but I'm gonna do one more because that was a quick one. And then I'm gonna let you guys go. Let's see. Why do I still compare my current partner to someone from the past? That was easy too. You're comparing your partner, again, I'm going to repeat it for my followers that are watching and you might want to comment because I'm cool with that. I don't have no problem with that. Why do I still compare my current partner to someone from my past? Well, you more than likely seek someone that was similar to that past relationship because that person may have ended the relationship and you did not. So you kind of seeked out somebody that was similar to that person. Okay? And so you comparing, and I'm gonna give you two sides. I'm giving you two answers. And you're comparing that person, their ways and what you think and like about it, the part that you liked about them. Okay? Now, the other side, if you're comparing to that person and telling them, then that's an issue because you're saying this person is like that person or not like that person, have ways like that person that you don't like about that person. So it depends. Are you saying it's something good or is you saying something negative? So I don't know which one you're giving. But you're doing it because there was something about the person that you like or dislike. I don't know which one because you didn't say. But you're comparing, again, because it's something about that person you liked. That person, i.e., may have ended the relationship and you're still holding on to what you could have had or wanted to have with that past relationship. Okay? So I hope that answered your question there. So I hope that helped you out, guys. So I just kind of wanted to answer some of that. And those were hidden habits, guys. I want you to understand those are hidden habits of what people feel, and they hide behind some of these habits that they have. We'll talk about those again, but I wanted to get through the habits of what you're dealing with so that we could get into getting your mate in the mood, feeling good about being romantic. Because if you have hidden habits and ways, how are you going to have an exciting relationship within the relationship to enjoy the intimacy and the romantic side and the romance within your relationship or into a relationship? Okay. So I hope those questions right there help any of those who may have needed help with that. And we're going to come back on Tuesday and, we're still talking about in the love side, I guess. So